Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Yvonne Muchaka. Let us take a look at the news making the headlines. Death threats on Nelson Chamisa. Zanu PF and CCC legislators unite to condemn government's Belarus fire tenders deal. Demand rare visitor Minister July Moyo appears in Parliament. ZIMRA implements authorized economic operator. Tsenengamu fingers first family in Pomona scandal, says Zanu PF defeat imminent. Government quakes over looming strike. And in sport news, Chatara out of World Cup qualifiers with collarbone fracture. Zanu PF has been described as a criminal gang after a ruling party member threatened opposition leader Nelson Chamisa and his family with death. The police were evasive yesterday when contacted over whether investigations have been opened yet following the threat. Zanu PF member Upton Mshanyika, who is a Habakkuk Apostolic Faith Bishop in Berengwa, Midlands Province, recently made the threats against Chamisa while addressing a rally at Rampopo Hills under Chief Mapiriana in Berengwa North. In a ratio of consensus Thursday, opposition and ruling party legislators roundly condemned the government's deal to procure fire tenders from Belarus, with most telling Deputy Local Government Minister Mariam Chombo that a post must present himself before the House. Chombo presented the long-awaited statement on a ministry's deal to acquire fire tenders from the East European country run by President Emerson Mnangagwa's autocratic ally Alexander Grigorievich Lukashenko. The junior minister's statement failed to impress legislators who were concerned about the cost of the fire tenders and government's imposition of the vehicles on councils without evidence the local authorities ever asked for them. Government has since drawn outrage from the opposition and civic society after demanding that councils pay for fire tenders in a deal seen as another of local government Minister July Moyo's allegedly corrupt schemes. Former Zanu PF youth leader Godfrey Tsenengamu has fingered the first family in the Pomona deal scandal. Addressing journalists in the capital, Tsenengamu said the first family were the brains behind the controversial Pomona waste to energy project and that Delish Nguwaya was just fronting the deal on their behalf. Tsenengamu insisted that the fact that July Moyo is able to sign and serve the council with a notice to pay for the fees incurred without thinking twice is evidence enough that the presidium is fully backing the deal. Tsenengamu also warned the president to change his ways or face a bitter ending as there are divisions within the ZANU PF camp, which could trigger a fresh row of Operation Boram Sango. Norton MP Themba Mliswa has claimed that local government and public works minister July Moyo collected a 10% commission on the Pomona waste to energy deal. The 344 million US dollar, which requires Harare to pay $22,000 per day, was signed between Harare City Council and Gegonix BV, a Netherlands company fronted in Zimbabwe by Delish Nguwaya, who is said to have close links with the first family. Debating in Parliament during Wednesday's question and answer session, Mliswa labeled Moyo a debt collector, alleging the minister was dodging Parliament to explain the deal, leaving Deputy Minister Mariam Chombo to cover up for him. The country's mainstream media has been urged to promote awareness and counter disinformation through fact checking before publishing or broadcasting stories. This was said by various stakeholders on Tuesday during a Media Institute of Southern Africa Zimbabwe workshop held in the capital. Media Alliance of Zimbabwe Programs Officer Nigel Nyamutumbu urged mainstream media to reclaim their role as trustworthy and reliable sources of news in the face of social media. Gokwe Nempudzia legislator Justice Mayor Wajgajena has become the second high-profile legislator to be embroiled in the possible diversion of presidential farming inputs. Over the weekend, police raided a warehouse at Gokwe North's Nembudzia Growth Point, where undisclosed tons of cotton inputs were uncovered. The Zanu PF legislator was allegedly storing the loot to distribute to farmers in his Gokwe Nembudzia constituency ahead of the 2023 elections. National Police spokesperson Assistant Commissioner Pomona confirmed the raid, saying the matter was being handled by the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. ZAC spokesperson John Makamure said the matter was still under investigation. Wajgajena said he was a victim of a social media disinformation campaign. Public Service Minister Paul Mavima yesterday pleaded with civil servants not to abandon salary negotiations, fearing a full-blown strike beginning next week. He said the civil servants unions should not abandon the National Joint Negotiation Council. Civil servants are pushing for United States dollar salaries in the face of skyrocketing prices of basic goods and commodities, as well as a free-falling local currency. The Zimbabwe Revenue Authority, ZIMRA, has verified that it has implemented Authorized Economic Operator in line with international best practice and the Customs and Excise Act. AEO is a program under the World Customs Organization's safe framework of standards to secure and enhance international supply chain security and facilitate movement of legitimate goods across international borders. The facility is open to all stakeholders in global supply chain, which includes inter alia, manufacturers, importers, exporters, brokers, carriers, consolidators, intermediaries, ports, airports, terminal operators, integrated operators, warehouses, and distributors. Join us after a short break as we take a look at our sport news. Can Dynamo stop high-flying FC Platinum is the major question. All roads will lead to the National Sports Stadium this Sunday for what should be a cracker. Harare Giants Dynamo's host high-flying FC Platinum in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. Tonderine Diraya's Chargers have won only one of their last 7 matches, a setback which has resulted in them losing further ground in the title race. Some Dimbari fans are now questioning if Ndiraya is really the man capable of ending the 7 year wait for the league title. Zimbabwe have not only struggled to get results, the kind of football they're playing lacks the flair associated with the culture of the club, some fans have argued. On Sunday, they face FC Platinum, firing from all cylinders. Norman Mapesa's troops have won their last 7 matches and are 5 points clear of second placed Chicken Inn. Dirai believes a win over the Platinum Miners is an achievable task and will be a huge confidence booster going forward. And Zimbabwe pace spearhead Tendai Chatara will play no further part in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Qualifier B 2022 in Bulawayo after he suffered a collarbone fracture on Tuesday. The experienced bowler sustained the injury when he landed on his right shoulder while fielding during the group match against Jersey. An orthopedic specialist has recommended surgical intervention to deal with the right clavicle fracture. Chatara is expected to be sidelined from action for at least 2 months. For more and of this news and in greater detail, you can tune in to our Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitter handles at Zim Daily, or you can join us on our website www.zimdaily.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now for the news, the headlines before we end this bulletin. Death threats on Chamisa. Zanu PF and CCC legislators unite to condemn government's Belarus fire tenders deal, demand rare visitor Minister July Moyo appears in Parliament. ZIMRA implements authorized economic operator. Tsenengamu fingers first family in Pomona scandal, says Zanu PF defeat imminent, and government quakes over looming strike. And that brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Thank you for tuning in.